This is a story of Dave and Sharon finally living their dreams of sailing to the Caribbean and beyond. Join us while we share our adventures from getting the boat ready and embarking on our cruising life. We actually sailed for most of the day to St. Augustine. We arrived as the sun was going down. This is our view of St. Augustine at sunset, full of anchored boats. It sure is a beautiful town. Here is a view of St. Augustine in the daylight. Looking out at the entrance to the harbor, there are beaches you can go to. There's an old fort you can tour. It's just such a beautiful location. We were in St. Augustine last night and woke up, just a relaxing morning, sat out on the bow of the boat.
Nice sunshine. What a beautiful port that is. Very good anchorage, really busy, lots of boats and anchored.
This morning we spent time looking for a dock in Fort Lauderdale and found one.
And we are psyched. We got a really good price on a dock.
So we're heading south to Cape Canaveral area, and that's about it. It's just a beautiful day. We're motor sailing.
Yeah, we've had, I don't know, maybe 4 to 5 knots of wind. So I had the sails up and motor sailing, and we're hitting 6 to 7 knots. And like Sharon says, we might get to Cape Canaveral in the middle of the night because we're going so fast.
Daytona Beach. Wow. This is like bright orange, peachy, but it's not showing up like that on this video. This is how we figured out a way to watch a movie while we're doing our overnight sailing motoring thing. The light's on right now, so Dave could get it loaded and going.
Good morning. We sailed yesterday, and last night I slowed it down so we would time it right coming into Cape Canaveral. Cape Canaveral and Port Canaveral, and the Kennedy Space Center. We've been, for a good chunk of the night, we've been coming down along it. It goes for miles down the coast. And up in front of us is Cape Canaveral. And we're going to head in. We have to go under. We have to go under a vestibule bridge, raising bridge, a double vestibule. Actually, it's 3 bridges in a row. And then the Cape Canaveral Canal lock, the canal lock, to get up, and we're going to anchor just past that lock. So we made some friends along the way. We haven't really met them in person yet. We've been radioing back and forth tour boat. It's a casino. Same difference. There's a submarine, but not really. It's just the tower of one.
We're going to be anchoring right around here. There's a couple of sailboats. So came down to Cape Canaveral, got here to the front entranceway, probably around sunrise. Sunrise here is actually later than sunrise in New England.
We're further.
You're covering the camera.
We're further west.
Yeah. So anyways, we got here and then we motored in, and there's a drawbridge, so you have to call ahead and call for the drawbridge.
That was our first experience calling a drawbridge.
Right, so we had to wait for the drawbridge to open, and then there's wires, and it's like, oh no, we're gonna hit the wires? But no, we ended up missing the wires. Then and right after that, there's locks to go through for some reason, whether there's a current or something, to get over to the ICW,
So
where there's anchorage.
First lock experience.
Yep, and it's like, here is the drawbridge, here is the locks. There's like no room in between, basically. And that was an experience because you have to tie up to a side. Of course, we got to the wrong side because we couldn't reach the cleats to tie your rope up to. And anyways, we managed. We got out. We went to the anchorage. The anchorage ended up being too shallow.
Yeah, it was shallow. There's a couple of abandoned boats there that we were too close to. And then the generator stopped. I thought it would be maybe the fuel was out. So I switched the tank, and it started back up again. So it's not going to be the fuel, because if the generator stops when it runs out, it means I have to bleed it. So I was looking at the gauges, and it was overheating. So I went and checked where the oil was a little too low, and the antifreeze was too low. So it's a picky generator. So I filled those to the top, and it ran after that.
Yeah, this generator's been a pain in the neck. So anyways, decided we didn't like it there.
We decided to call the marina and rent a dock for a couple nights, and we went over to we're a couple boats down from Arlos, and we went out, got together with them. He helped us dock. We got or we got diesel, and
well, wait a minute, you gotta back up. We went back through the
oh yeah, we had to go back through the canal,
through the locks, and so we said we're gonna go to the other side where it's taller. Maybe there'll be more cleats. No, the current was too strong.
Current was killing us on that side.
So pushed us back to the other side. We it was a pain in the neck, but we got through. Had to call the drawbridge again. Got through that. Had to find the fuel dock. We went to the wrong fuel dock, and then we got to the right one, and so anyways, we got over to a slip, which was the same side, 5 boats away or something like that from Arlos.
And we met up with Arlos. We all went out to lunch, brunch, dinner, lunch, whatever, and
something.
had a great time. Then they came and toured our boat and looked at all the differences, and then we went over and toured their boat and looked at all the differences.
We're enjoying a wonderful dinner with friends on their boat.
With Kim and Arlos.
Hello.
On SV Seduction.
Very good.
Another Mango, a 1985 Seduction. It's a 1985 Mango, 1 year earlier, I mean later than ours. We just happened to be coming down and wanted to stop in the area.
This is our sister ship, SV Seduction.
That's the Huntress and Seduction. 2 Amel Mangos, 1984-85.
We're gathering for a group photo, first in front of Huntress, and then in front of Seduction. Leaving Cape Canaveral. There's a huge cruise ship over there.